Hello, everybody, and welcome to episode 42 of Controllers and Coffee. We're live, we're back. My name's Elliot Porter, and I am joined by Kat Jarrettson. Hello, Kat. What is
Yay!
good?
Games is good, as
Games
always, you know
is
it.
good. They is indeed good.
They is
Welcome
good.
to everybody watching us live on youtube.com/Direckt Gaming. And a big hello to everybody listening and watching after the fact as well, from the past into the future. Tonight, today, this morning, whatever time it is for you, over the planet that we reside upon, we're talking about Nintendo Direct and all of our thoughts on, I don't know, how do you explain the Nintendo Direct? It's a weird thing. Their decisions. We are talking about some news about the upcoming Perfect Dark reboot. And we got some games to talk about because that's really why we're all here, to talk about video games and to bask in the wonder that is gaming.
Video James.
Video James. Kat, we missed last week because the NBN
is trash.
Crash in Australia. People listening overseas just understand that our internet is shit here. So we missed a week. But that's potentially given us a lot of games to talk about. I know there's a couple you've been playing recently. Let's talk about it. What have you been playing?
Well, let's start with Eastward, which I finally got to begin playing. I wanted to play it on stream last week, but again, the internet fucking sucks. So I started playing Eastward just this week, and it is so good. I am just happy playing that game. Like, it's just lovely. That's lovely. I'm not very far in. I just got to chapter 2. So I heard that there's 8 chapters in a prologue. So I did the prologue and the first chapter, and I just started chapter 2. And basically, you play as this young girl and her father figure, which isn't her dad. It's someone who dug her up out of the ground. Like, she was in a test tube in the ground. And he digs her up, and then you pals, sort of thing. And you have this, like, there's like an animated adventure before you start the game that shows you like traveling around, and you go up to the surface and you fight a big robot or something. And then you're back underground. I don't know yet, because I can't figure it out if that's like an animation of the adventure you're going to take or one that you've already taken. I don't know. But your character keeps talking about the girl, about how she's seen the above ground, because everyone lives underground. And nobody believes her and calls her a fantasist.
Oh.
Yeah, a fantasist. And the father figure, John, he doesn't talk at all. And he uses a frying pan as a weapon, and he's a miner underground. And one day, the girl, Sam, she runs up to the overworld, and the mayor of the underground town hates that, and he fucking sends you away. Sends you to fucking Karen, which is like a train, who will take you to some sort of death's area, somewhere where you die. And then you go outside, and it's nice. And that's where I'm up to.
Nice one.
That's what I've done so far. But it's really good. Like, the combat is simple, but very enjoyable. The art style is absolutely beautiful, as you can see here in this footage. This looks like it's a bit further than where I am because of the amount of hearts, but you can still see how beautiful it is. And you sort of play like... You play as John, and you can switch to playing as Sam, and they have different abilities, which is really cool. And like, I don't know what I'm doing yet as a part of the story. Like, I've just gone like to the overground, and as far as I know, you have to figure out how to survive and live. And I found a town, so that's cool. There are eggs in it, just so you know. There are eggs. Laz, but the kind you eat, because it's got cooking in it. You can find ingredients and cook. it has farming in it in a really weird way. Like in the underground area, there was a pot crab farm where there's these crabs that their shells are pots and they grow the food in the pots, and then you have to smack the food out of the pots and into a big hole in the ground where you gather all the food. There's dungeon crawling.
Nice.
Friendship making. There's a mini game in it, which is like a really old, like Final Fantasy style, like turn-based game called Earthbound, which you get like a save cartridge for and you can play.
It's called Earthbound.
Yeah. And
That's
there's
hilarious.
an Earthbound manga that I found and an Earthbound show. And there's a gacha game where you like put tokens in to get creatures for the Earthbound save cartridge game that you play, and you play with other, like your other friends from the mining town. Yeah, there's just a lot going on. I love it. Though.
Yeah,
it's
cool.
so good. All the characters are really lovable. There's like in the starting town, you have John, Yon, Johnny. Like, Miyazaki's in the first town. He's just hanging out there. Have a chat to him.
That's mad.
But it's been really, really enjoyable, and the music is fantastic. It is so good. Everything's a bop. Even when the mayor was yelling at me and trying to kill me, I was having a great time because that music was so good.
Right. I've like seen it all over the internet. People are talking about it. People are really keen on it by the looks of things. But I've not really. This is the first I've actually looked at it. I think I watched like a 30-second trailer. It's an amazing art style. You said the combat's cool. So what is the general combat of the game?
Well, it's really simple. Like, if you play as John, right now I only have a frying pan and I have the ability to put bombs down. And if I charge my frying pan, I can hit the bomb. So I can mash X and I can just swing my pan and hit things. I've only fought like slugs and snake plants and some bugs and stuff. But it's just like enjoyable. Like you're dodging around by like ducking and weaving the enemies. There's no need for rolling or anything. It's very simple. And cool. If you there he is with the pan.
Got his fry pan out. Yeah.
You just fucking smack.
Right. So it's action combat kind of thing.
Yeah. But you see, like very simple. You whack stuff to get items. And if you play as Sam, you have this sort of shooting ability where you like charge up this sort of light and you shoot it at stuff. And it mostly just stuns things as far as I know right now. Or lights up like mushrooms or dark areas. But yeah, you have like obviously the bomb that you can drop and like use it as attack, or you can use it for utility to move things out of the way or to hit other objects. Like some of the doors you have to hit like a wheel thing to turn it so that the door will open, but you can hit like a bomb across a ledge to then smack it so the door opens and you got to run through the door. So there's like little puzzle bits in the fighting areas as well, which is cool. But it's just really enjoyable.
That's awesome. I feel like this came out of nowhere. I don't know if this was shown off at an E3, at like an indie showcase or anything like that, but seems to be making waves.
Yeah, I don't really remember it being shown off. I just knew it was coming because I like the publisher Chucklefish, because they made like Stardew Valley.
For sure.
Like they published Stardew Valley, so like I like to follow what sort of things they're publishing because I think that they would be things that I'm interested in, and this is one of the ones that I found and have been excited for, and I really, really love it. Like it's just such an enjoyable vibe the whole way through. Your money is salt, which is cool. You like all the characters say just the funniest shit. Like
sick.
It's really nice, really charming.
Yeah. I love the animations. It looks really cool, and just the way he walks around with his hands in his pockets.
Yeah, he's such a fucking cool kid with his hands in his pockets. Like, no, I don't care at all. And he's voiceless. Like, he never speaks at all, but Sam does all the talking for you.
Oh, okay.
It's really cool.
Is it all text, or is there voice acting in it?
It's all text, which is really weird because as soon as I went into the game, as I do with many games, I went into the settings. One of the settings that I could choose to turn on was subtitles, and I did. And then like it's only text, so there's the text on the screen and the subtitles down the bottom.
That's weird.
Which I guess for me it seems more like an accessibility feature. So like if you're having a hard time reading the pixel text, then you'd have other like subtitles down the bottom. It just seems weird that they would name it subtitles. Like it's not subtitles. The whole game is text. So like there's no speech there for you to worry about.
It's a bit weird.
Yeah, it is a bit weird, but whatever, easily rectified.
Yeah, turn it off.
But you can see here, like the fighting is not like incredibly complicated at all. But I still get hurt a lot. But the other good thing is that even if you get hurt a lot, the creatures will often drop like hearts or food for you. So it's not too bad. You can carry right now I can carry 2 foods in my pocket because I couldn't buy the bag upgrade.
Right.
But it's great.
And does it feel like I guess like where do you think, I guess it's kind of spoiler territory, but like where do you think the story's going? Like you said, you don't really know what's happening with it, but like is it kind of more story focused rather than combat, hence the quite simple combat, do you think?
Well, there's been a lot of combat, cooking with slot machines. So
that's hilarious.
Yeah, there's been a lot of combat and puzzle combat. Like that's probably the main part of the game. Like, and then you go for the story sections, which then take you into another like combat puzzle section sort of thing. I think that the idea of the game will be that you find out some sort of I don't know, conspiracy theory or cult as to why these people are trying to keep everyone underground when people can live above ground sort of thing. And you need to go and help like the people that are stuck underground because they're basically like, oh, what did John get for a full day's of work? He got 3 fucking sand roots, which is like just the only food that they grow, which you need 3 to make 1 meal. So he got, for a whole day's of work, he got enough food, enough money for 1 meal. So they're not living the high life down there. They're certainly living in the shits. And the mayor is like bossing everyone around and docks their pay if he doesn't like the amount of stuff they got. So I assume there's like a freedom sort of vibe going to happen. But I really love it. And even though John doesn't speak, like the bond between them is very well established from the start. It's really nice.
That's cool. Very good. And are you playing it on Switch or PC? I'm going to assume Steam.
Yeah, I'm playing on Steam.
Yeah.
I didn't even think about it on Switch. But oh man, that dude's fucking strong.
Yeah, he's strong.
Oh,
Daniel,
come back. Very expressive characters as well. He's a little car person. Some of them are just cars. Like there's characters where they are just the hood of a car. I don't know why. Okay. You can see his little grill mouth.
Yeah. Fair enough.
Yeah, very cool though. Amazing. Really, really lovely.
That's awesome. Very cool. Eastward.
Yeah.
Get it now. It's got 84 on PC for Metacritic. Which is pretty bloody good. 77
about 30 hours long if you
that's hectic.
Like do the exploring and stuff. Another one says it like the main story is 17. And then main plus extras 22, completion is 28, but I don't know. Maybe about let's go 25.
It's
average.
a decent little size.
Yeah,
decent.
Yeah, absolutely.
Not too big, not too small.
It's lovely.
It's lovely. Well, I've been playing a little game that just came onto Game Pass. Brand new, cheeky day 1 title called Lost Words Beyond the Page. It is a little... what would you call it? It's kind of like a narrative heavy, sides in some parts of the game are side scrolling, like 2D side scrolling action. All you do is jump and push things, and but your character is a writer, and she's a young girl. And in the start of the game, you're writing in a journal, and like part of the game is like your little pencil drawing of a girl running around the actual journal, and it's like her real life story. And there's this stuff going on with her family and her grandma, and then she wants to be a writer, so she's like starts creating this fantasy book. And then you jump into the book, you jump into the page, and you are exploring this fantasy world, Astoria, whatever it's called. And that's when it comes into the actual gameplay, and like it's all narrated by her, and what she's saying comes up on the screen as words throughout the whole thing.
Yeah.
I'll bring up some gameplay so you can see.
Yeah, let's have some footage, please.
Gameplay. And yeah, it's like really sweet. Here we go. Thanks to whoever put this on the internet.
Thank you, internet people.
It's a really sweet little story. It's like, really heartwarming, and it's got really nice animation and like watercolor stuff in her journal. And then you go into the world, and it's kind of like almost Ori-esque. It's not quite as detailed as Ori, but it's like, areas that are like quite colorful, and you're pretty much just running side to side. There's no combat or anything like that, but you do have your book, and you find or discover, I guess, words throughout the game that you can then use to manipulate the environment. So one of them is like rise, and you like open your journal, grab the word, and put it over the thing you want to make float into the sky. Or you have break. So there's like walls and blocks you can break with the word as well. There's certain ones that are like time, like they're only available for a short time, like burn. You could burn through these certain things. And then there's another one where it's like there's these plants that disappear when you get near them, so you have to be silent, and you get this silence thing, and it allows you to like climb the plants and stuff. So you're kind of using the words as your mechanics. It's very like there's no, I guess, like creativity to it in the way of like you can't be like, oh, I wonder if I can like burn this and then rise this. It's like something specifically is set out to be broken, or something specifically set out. Yeah, exactly. But it's really sweet. Like it's quite fun and quite relaxing. And I think I've just finished chapter 4, so I think I'm halfway through.
Nice.
It's only been like 2 to 3 hours. But it's really cool. Like it's got like a really kind of sad story, which is like,
oh no,
like it's like, oh my god, this is just emotional, but it's also very sweet at the same time, and it's very pretty. And it's another one of those indie games I'm playing this year. I'm just like, just give me as few mechanics as possible, and let me just experience a nice story.
Is the whole game like on a book, or you go into the book?
You go into the book. Yeah, the stuff on the book is like when you're journaling. She's journaling in the real world, and there's stuff happening with her family, and she's writing in the journal, and then after like something happens in the real world, she'll be like, I suppose I should get back to my book, kind of thing. And then you jump into the next actual chapter in the like Astoria place, but it kind of has something linked to how she's feeling in the real world. Like she gets really angry at this one bit because of what's going on with her family, and then she goes through this other section where there's like the themes of anger, and she comes out with this sense of empathy and stuff like that. So it's like kind of linked together. It's pretty straightforward, but it's really cool. It's definitely, if you want to just to kick back and Feel
Chill.
some feels, then
Oh,
yeah, recommend.
feels.
Feel some feels, yeah.
Nice. Yeah, it looks very cute.
Yeah, it's cute. Trying to finish as many indie games as possible, this year. And I feel all the better doing it.
Right as she stepped on better.
Oh,
Wow.
how good's that?
That's too good, too good.
Laz, I believe I did talk about the Artful Escape. Oh,
Yeah.
I don't know.
You haven't finished it yet, though, I don't think.
I have finished it, and we haven't spoken about that. So thank you, Laz, for bringing that up. The Artful Escape, Kat, you have to play this game.
Yeah?
I think it's overtaken Narita Boy for my game of the year.
I don't think that will happen for me. I
don't think it will for you either. I don't think it will for you. But it is so good. It is just an absolute trip. The final boss fight, it's a jam, is so well executed. It's just so funny and so immense. You're on stage with this just incomprehensible creature. It's so funny. And you just it usually they go the guitar battles go for maybe a couple of rounds, and you do you have to match their sequence, and then you do this finishing sequence together. This one goes for I don't know, 8 different sequences, and it just gets more and more epic, and it's this crazy stage. It's oh my god, I can't even explain how epic it is, but it's such a cool game. And that's another one where it's you just really sit back and just enjoy. Probably 4 hours.
Oh, I can knock out a 4 hour.
You could knock it out.
You could
knock it out in a stream. It's
a single
fun.
stream.
I don't know if it's really got to me because of I don't know, being a musician. It's I like stuff about musicians, or if it's just the trippy universal traveling and stuff that I like. I love sci-fi, so I'm music and sci-fi. It's
very catered to you.
Yeah, and wait, dude, there's a bit right at the end where you get given something, and you'll just be hell yeah, I fucking love that thing. So I definitely recommend you should play it. No, it's not a guitar. But you would also love that thing. I'd fucking love a guitar. No, he is unashamedly a guitarist. But there is this bit where you get to and it's probably more, probably halfway through the game at least, if not further, where you get to customize your character, and it's so fun. It's
nice.
Pretty hilarious options. You can full color, you can choose your outfit and then change the colors of every single thing, in your hair and your glasses and face paint, and oh man,
I do love that.
And your guitar as well, which is very cool. So yeah, highly recommend. It's so good. I think I don't know, there's a few games that are coming out before the end of the year, bigger games that I think could take my game of the year position. But Narita Boy and
what do you reckon? What are you thinking?
Forza, Halo.
Does you mean too?
Maybe Disco Elysium if I play it before the end of the year, because that is something that it is coming to Xbox now, which is amazing, and Switch, which we'll get to in a bit. Physical edition is coming in November, and then Chorus got announced as well. So this kind of slipped by. Chorus from Deep Silver Fish Labs, something like that. I don't know. Fish Labs. Finally, they kept teasing things on Twitter, and then they released a trailer, and it said 2021 at the end. And I was I retweeted it and said, it says 2021. I don't expect that to happen, but it'd be awesome if it did. And the Deep Silver Twitter account liked it, and I was I think it's coming in 2021. And then the next day they announced the release date of the 3rd of December. So like 5 days before
Nice.
Halo. So I'm going to try and get a code.
Knock that
so
out.
anyone at Deep Silver who's might be watching this or listening to this, hit me up. I'm going to do a review for seasongaming.com. So don't forget to check that out. Hello, Sean. Welcome. Today's random comment brought to you by you craving chicken wings. I'm so sorry. It probably won't help.
Just go get some chicken wings, dude.
They were delicious. No, I'm sorry because I sent him a photo of chicken wings and he was.
Go and get your own then.
It's really craving.
God.
You heard her. Kat, have you been playing anything else before we get on to the old Tendy?
Yeah, I've been playing one other thing. Not new. I started playing Apex Legends this last week.
Pro gamer.
I'm really bad, but I have spent a lot of time in that game already. I'm having a great time in that game.
Yeah.
It's so good. How is it so good? Like, what? Like, let me have a look. Let me see. I started playing last week. Like, I don't know when last week, but so I've had it for about a week. And I've spent 35 hours in it.
Holy shit. That's dope. Are you playing
really
it on stream or?
Nah, I was just playing it. I might play it on stream.
Sick.
But I was just vibing, having a great time. I am shit, but man, it's so much fun. I don't know, man. Something about it is really good. I used to be really into PUBG before like it got overtaken by hackers. And then I dropped off battle royales completely. Like I never had any interest in Fortnite or anything. I've always looked at Apex and thought, maybe I'll give that a go. Like it kind of interests me. And then, you know, it happened. I downloaded it and now I love it. The end. That's the whole story.
Sick. That's amazing.
I'm just very late to it, you know?
What do you...
It's season 10 or something.
Jesus. Yeah, 2019.
Right? Really?
I think so, yeah. What are you liking about it the most? 2019, 2018? I don't know. Yeah, what are you liking about it the most?
Well, like the gunplay is surprisingly fantastic. I still can't fucking shoot for shit. But like my aim is atrocious. I am honestly terrible. But I've won a few games, and that's always really nice. Like something about the battle royale mode I really love. Like you don't just go up against people who are always picking up the guns that are their favorite every time, and they've, you know, they're 100% good at it. Like you get what you're given, and you sort of have to figure it out. I also really like the character system. I really like to play as Lifeline, who's like a medic type, and I get to pick people up really easily, and you know, that sort of stuff. That's really fun. And I started playing as a character called Rampart, and I get to put down like these shields that boost my damage and block incoming damage, and also I get like a mini gun that I can carry around as my ultimate. Like it's really cool to have that blend of like, it's battle royale, you just get what you get when you drop, and also having characters with really, really different abilities. And being able
like
to
that
mix those
hero
up in your
shooter.
team.
Yeah,
like Overwatch type thing.
Yeah, for sure.
But in a battle royale, it's really, really enjoyable. You know what though? They could really improve on the skins. They have a couple of good ones, but the most of them are just trash, which is sad.
Really?
Because you open like a pack that you get for leveling up, and most of the time you just get trash. Like, make better skins. Make better skins for me. I want nicer stuff.
Is Lifeline the robot?
No, that's Pathfinder.
That's right.
Or there's a couple of robots, but that's probably the one.
Yeah.
Lifeline is like a girl with like buns on her head.
Oh,
and she has a little robot that flies around with her. Very cool.
Yeah, see.
Yeah, it's really cool. Lots of representation for different like ethnicities and stuff in it as well, which is very cool. There's this character called Horizon, and it's It's so weird when someone plays Horizon on my team. It's like I've got Anne next to me. It's just like,
really?
there's a wee numpty over there. It's funny. I mean, I can't do accents for shit, but it's so enjoyable.
And I know this game's been out forever, but like, what's your opinion now that you're playing it on like the ping system? Like, because I know everyone was talking about that when it first came out and how handy it is to use. I guess you're probably playing with people you know, so you're probably on mic, but
yeah, we still ping a lot because, like, I only really use 2 pings, which is, this is where I want to go, or the enemy ping, which is like the double click of the same button. That's really helpful because you can actually ping on top of the enemy. So you can say, they're in this area, or if you actually click on the enemy, it'll tag the enemy for them.
Yeah,
which is really cool. Obviously, they don't really last long on an enemy because they don't want them to track the ping, but it's really, really helpful. And your character calls out really different specific lines to show that, like, either enemies are over there or, like, I've actually seen an enemy and that's the enemy that I'm showing you, sort of thing. So not only are the pings very helpful, but the characters' voice lines are really incredible for telling like that sort of information as well. Like some characters can see or receive more information about where enemies are located. So like Wraith, she can tell when people are looking at her or going to fire at her, which is an interesting system to code, I think, to be like, I'll get a voice line that tells me someone's looking at me.
Weird.
From another team, and then I can share that with my other teammates. Like a prompt will come up, it'll be like F1 to share info, sort of thing. So like it whispers to me because it's a voice in my head, and then I can share that info with the rest of my team. It's really, really cool, and the voice lines are very specific and very helpful, which is really cool.
That's mad. Very good.
And very fun.
Well, you're gonna go pro gamer soon then?
Nah, because I'm just trash. Sometimes we load the game and it shows you your squad and then it shows you the champion squad. And every time I'm in the champion squad, I think there's been a mistake. Like, I'm like, oh, something about your algorithm's not quite working if I'm on the champion squad.
Oh, that's hilarious. Nice one. Very good.
Yeah, it's really cool. I'm liking it a lot more than I expected, so that's nice.
Sick. Very cool. Shall we talk about Nintendo Direkt?
Yes, let's.
Now, overall thoughts. What did you think about this Nintendo Direkt?
Weird and boring. Sorry. I feel like I've been saying that about most of the digital showcases this year. I just don't care about all the faff. Just show me the trailers. I don't give a shit what you want to say.
Oh my god, why is my phone
party during the day? Yeah, I don't want to hear any faff. I just want to watch the trailers and move on.
Fair.
No faff.
Yeah, they do a lot of talking. They do a lot of I thought it was boring as well, but I think I'm, if I'm being self-aware, I'm probably usually a bit of a dick when it comes to Nintendo Directs. I'm always like, what is all the fuss about? And then I check online and everyone's like, oh my god, this was amazing.
Yeah, right.
I just think instead of telling us for 5 minutes that Sakurai is going to show the next character for Smash in 2 weeks time, just don't tell us that. Just put that on Twitter or something.
They showed the Animal Crossing bit and then they're like, Animal Crossing Direct coming later. I was like, are you kidding me? Just tell me now. I'm in a Direct. What the fuck?
Come on. What is and this I don't know, maybe it's just a Nintendo thing, but they say the same thing 4 times. And also, did you notice that they keep calling everything the something game? Instead of just saying Metroid Dread, they'll be like the Metroid Dread game, or
also for Splatoon, they called it the Squid Game. You can't use that now,
weird.
Nintendo. That's a Netflix show. You can't do that.
Oh my god. All right. Well, let's talk about maybe what we did like.
Yeah. I've only got
So-
2 things. What about you?
Well, maybe a couple. Yeah, maybe 2 as well.
2. Nice.
Yeah, maybe some like slight interest in a couple of others, but I'm not like crazy about it, especially on the
Yeah.
Switch, at least on the Switch. But hit me
Like,
with
I like
your
Mario Party, but I'm not excited about this. I don't give a shit.
yeah. Also, sorry, before I'm just going to rant a little bit more about Nintendo.
No, go for it. I love that.
This is what kind of gives me the shits about Nintendo sometimes. It's like this game, they're advertising the fact that like there's 5 boards coming from other like
Previous
from the
ones.
64 game. And
Yeah.
like it's the same with Mario Kart. And don't get me wrong, I love some Mario Kart. It's fantastic. But
Yeah.
the fact is, half of the circuits on Mario Kart are literally remakes of
Literally
previous
just the same.
circuits. And there's only like, I don't know what, 32 circuits or some shit. It's like it's not like there's that many there, but half of them are still from a different game from like, 25 years ago.
Right?
It's just so weird to me. And look, I guess it doesn't take away from the enjoyment of it, but like Mario Kart Wii had some of the same circuits in it that now Mario Kart 8 has, and it's like 3 generations essentially of some of the same circuits, and it's
just the same stuff over and over.
So incredibly strange. But hey, look, I mean, Mario Kart 8 has sold like, I don't even know, like over 30 million copies or some shit. Like it's insane. So I guess what the fuck do I know?
Yeah. What do you know, you fucking idiot? They're playing into the nostalgia. They don't care about anything other than nostalgia. Let's not make new nostalgia. Let's just keep going with the old one. This game looks interesting, but
we'll get to the nostalgia bit as well.
Yeah.
All right. What
This
was one
card
that
game.
Yeah, this is weird. This card game, which is called, oh god, I don't even remember. No idea what this is called.
No idea. It said it just before, but like it's interesting. But I'm not like I don't want to play that because it's a card game. Sorry, but interesting.
And it's fully card. Like it doesn't even have any
fully card.
non-card related gameplay.
The art's really nice, but whatever.
Tell me one that you're excited about.
One that I care about. I like actually my most cared about. I'll start with that.
Sure.
It's Kirby and the Forgotten Land.
Yeah.
I used to love Kirby when I was a kid.
Yeah.
Yeah, Voice of Cards, that's what it's called. Voice of Cards, the Isle of Dragon Wars. But moving on from Voice of Cards, Kirby. I loved Kirby as a kid, even though it was a completely different type of game. Really loved it. This kind of just looks like the Mario game, but Kirby.
Yeah, yeah. And like
Literally,
it looks
exactly
very whimsical. Like if Kirby's anything, she, they are whimsical.
Kirby is now a they. I'll find out.
Yeah, I think this looks really cool as well. This is actually one
Kirby is male in English but unknown in Japanese.
Okay, fair enough. Yeah, it's definitely one I'd consider buying. Look, admittedly, I haven't even played like 3D Mario games, so I don't know if I'll ever get around to playing Kirby, but it does look very cute. In a almost like it's in like a post-apocalyptic.
Weird, right?
Sick. Like that's cool.
I do love it. It looks good. Like the environments look really nice. It just looks like it'll be just as simple as Mario, though. Like just run around, collect some stuff.
Yeah, very much gameplay focused, not narrative focused or anything like that. Yeah, good shout. Kirby and the Forgotten Land.
Kirby and the Forgotten Land.
Yeah.
And the Forgotten Land.
and I think that's coming out summer
next year.
Yeah,
2022. I'm pretty sure it said.
All right.
Super Mario Odyssey. That's the one I'm thinking of.
Yeah,
because I
the
played
latest
Super Mario
one,
Odyssey.
Oh, you
and
did?
I really liked
Okay.
it, but I didn't finish it. But I really liked it. There's just so much to do, and I'm a real collector, so there was even more to
Yeah.
do. But I like Kirby, so.
Oh, I forgot to mention before, I've been playing one other game, and that's Psychonauts 1. Thanks to Laz in the chat. I almost went ahead and played Psychonauts 2, but he was like, play the first one, which I was planning on it, and then I was like going to bitch out and not do it. It's actually really good. The art style is hideous, though. Like, I'm totally with you on the fact that, oh my God, there's this one character, and he's just got these teeth that are like, and it just is so gross to look at.
It's really uncomfortable for me.
It is uncomfortable, but it is surprisingly, really, I mean, unsurprisingly, considering the reception it got when it released. But it's like really well written, really like it's got some really clever, funny parts, and great voice acting. It's got actually really good controls, although the camera is a bit like feels old sometimes. But yeah, it's really good.
Chocobo GP.
Yeah, let's talk about this.
It's like a worse Mario Kart.
This is literally a Mario Kart clone, and they're advertising it on their own, like quite literally.
Literally a Mario Kart clone, but it doesn't look as polished.
Not quite, no.
Or like everything looks like kind of old, you know?
But even that,
I love Chocobo, I love Final Fantasy, but still, what the heck?
The animations when they like get air and like do a little spin is like exactly the same. Everything is the same. The only difference is like
the cast of characters.
The cast of characters, and also the fact that like, you know, if you get a power up for fire and you get it again, it's like, you know, whatever the second Final Fantasy fire. Yeah. And so like that stuff's like interesting.
That's cool. But whatever.
But what a weird thing to like. I know there's other kart games there around, like
but
Sonic,
it's just so similar.
It's like so similar. It's like a Nintendo advertising it, you know, Square Enix game, but Nintendo are showing it at their Direct, and it's like straight up rip off of Mario Kart.
Yeah, like I don't know if you realize that this is your game that they remade.
Did they steal your source code?
Oh, a bit rude. Oh,
Kirby.
It's Kirby.
It is
just
Kirby.
Looks so nice.
It does. It looks very cute.
Why does it look so cute? I don't get why it's in an abandoned like Earth, but whatever.
Yeah. It's when I see shots like this, I'm just like, Horizon Zero Dawn? Is this set in the same world as Horizon?
Yeah, it is. It's a spin-off. Kirby came back.
Kirby. Horizon 3, Kirby comes back.
Kirby is returning.
Kirby's just so adorable.
So cute.
This is how Nintendo get you.
Yeah, it is. It's the nostalgia. I loved Kirby as a kid, so I want to play it. Like, dang, they fucking got me.
All right,
It looks exactly the same as Odyssey.
Yeah, maybe just like less good graphics, to be honest. But I do love the depth of field effect that's going on. It's quite nice.
Tell me what you're excited for.
Yeah, I'm excited for Metroid Dread.
Oh yes.
I've
Tell me
never played a Metroid game, and I don't know if that's going to be. Is that going to matter? I mean, probably not. I could play Super Metroid on the Switch through the online service, but like I'm not going to do that.
You could read some lore.
In reality, yeah, I could. Yeah, true. But it just looks really smooth, and although sometimes in some of the cutscenes in the trailer, the most recent trailer, it's like, is this on the 360? But it looks solid as hell. It's got those like bloom like in light areas.
Yeah,
It's
massive
really
bloom.
bloomy, and it's like this fully reminds me of 360 graphics where everything was just bloom and
Massive bloom.
motion blur. But the gameplay or like just looks so solid and looks really quick and really smooth. I think I'll actually buy it because I will have my Switch again soon, and yeah, play a friggin' 2D Metroid game for once. Everyone says they're incredible, and everyone says
they do say that, but I've never played it.
Well, not underrated, but underappreciated. And like the Metroid series is like sold like shit over its time, and
yeah,
now this is kind of like people are saying potentially the last 2D Metroid if it doesn't sell well. So
do well,
hey,
yeah.
I'll put my money down and
put your buckies in.
Pay $90 for a Nintendo game because I imagine that's what it's going to cost. And yeah, I guess on that, with a 2D game, I feel like there's a lot of discourse on the internet, which is never a safe way to start a sentence, about about like them charging full price for a 2D game. Like, is this?
It's still a game.
Is this like a AAA game? It seems like it, just because the perspective is in 2D. I just don't see how the perspective of a game changes what price it should be. I mean that's a whole conversation for another day. And I know a conversation that Lads has actually sent us an email about, which I haven't gotten on to the podcast yet, but
how rude.
I know.
Saving it for a good like VR, should they cost more?
Yeah, well, first person, you don't even have to render the character, so shouldn't it be
just hands?
Yeah. Sometimes feet.
Occasionally a body, but not a head most of the time.
Yeah, true. Yes, like in some of those like boundary break videos, and it's like Doom, and they you have a free moving camera, and it's like, oh, Doom guy's got no head. That's freaky.
Yeah. Whoopsie.
So Metroid Dread, I think it looks really cool. I think this trailer was interesting and kind of served well to explain the premise of the story a bit. The last trailer that they shared a few weeks back on Twitter was banging. It showed heaps of gameplay, and it got me really keen. So I'm keen for that. I think it's October the 6th for Metroid Dread, coming out soon. Same day as the OLED Switch, I believe. The SWOLED. What you got?
Very cool. The only other thing that I was interested in was triangle strategy.
I thought you were going to say this.
Yeah, I knew you would. Just looks cool. Don't know fucking anything about it except that it's a RPG. And it looks cool.
And it's in that 2D HD, HD 2D thing, which is becoming more and more popular, which is cool because it's a pretty unique style.
It is unique. After you play it, like when I was playing Octopath though, like after a while, you're like, wow, my eyes. But it's still it's beautiful. But sometimes my eyes are like, whoa. I think I've just started seeing in fat fucking pixels, but whatever.
And the constant focus, depth of field again.
The focus is it's whack. It's really intense after a while. It's like, whoa, let me trying to focus on what's going on. But still, it looks cool. They said something about a demo and listening to people's feedback. I have no fucking idea because it's the first I ever seen it.
Right.
But I think sweet. It looks cool.
They originally announced it called Project Triangle Strategy, and now they're just it's just called Triangle Strategy. We couldn't come up with a better name. It's a bit strange. Such a weird name for a game.
What does that even mean?
I don't know. Is it made by? Yeah, it is Square Enix. So I think it is the Octopath team.
I think so. It says here I read, a couple of years after the release of Octopath, Nintendo announced Project Triangle Strategy during a presentation, and it also closely resembles Fire Emblem. It more closely resembles Fire Emblem than Octopath, implying that they might not be related, but clearly similar team or same team.
The combat, I'm just looking at some screenshots, and the combat is full.
Oh, look, here it is now.
Full. Here we go.
Yeah, like Fire Emblem type.
Yeah, Fire Emblem.
Which I loved.
Yeah, which I still need to play because I know I would love that so much because it's like the two things I really like: turn-based tactics and relationship building. Like I love those things in video games. I don't know why.
Yeah, look at that. Like it looks great, but also like your eyes, right? Like, whoa. Also, like, I wish they would use some more contrasty colors. Like there's so much like muted and brown colors that it's like, whoa. But still, like that hayish area looks sweet. No, it just looks really, really cool. I think I will enjoy that one.
Do you know what game I like regularly think about and just like remember how good it was? Is oh my god, now I can't remember what it's called. That bloody, oh my god, how's it slipped my mind? Banner Saga trilogy. Like,
yeah.
And whenever I see turn-based games, I always think of Banner Saga. It's just like it's so good. If anyone hasn't played the Banner Saga, just absolutely get on it. It's so worth your time.
Give it a go. Really
There's so few games that like transfer from one game to the next game with all your characters and all your decisions
so
and everything. Very cool.
Very cool.
Here's Metroid Dread. Looks so good. Gameplay. The cutscenes.
Crawly bot. Oh.
Yeah, kind of freaky.
Very freaky.
Very freaky. All right. That was your second one. Oh, I've got, my second one. Bayonetta 3.
Yeah.
So
yeah.
Sick. It looks so good. It's been 84 years. But man, I'm excited for that game. I think I'm more excited just for Tash to be able to play it because she's such a huge fan of Bayonetta. But it just looks great. Like it just looks it's so like over the top and campy and, you know, just ridiculous. And I think that's such a good vibe. Like it doesn't take itself too seriously. And this looks like she's got the ability to like summon a friggin' dragon now, which is cool.
Why not?
Yeah. It's like, you know, beast fights in the streets. So I'm just thrilled for that. Knowing that it's coming next year is pretty exciting. The art style is phenomenal. It's one of those things where like, I guess Nintendo and Platinum came to some decision to make it exclusive, but like, man, that game would look so sick on PS5 and Series X.
Yeah.
And it's like, I feel like it's just wasted on the Switch.
A bit sad.
Yeah. Oh man, imagine. But that's never going to happen. So
a bit sad how trashed like the Switch can look. Like it really lends itself much better to the indies and stuff because they like all like the pixel style games and stuff. Because you can still look fantastic when you're using like those styles as opposed to more realistic graphics.
Yeah, exactly. Like when you're specifically a pixel game or you're specifically a, you know, cartoon, you know, stylized game, then you can do so much more with the Switch. But when you're trying to go for that, I mean, I wouldn't call it photorealistic, but like fully detailed. It's like, you know, Astro Chain or something
more
like that.
More human-like.
Yeah. Astro Chain like looked just god awful in handheld mode. Like it, and I played a bit of it in handheld because it's just like convenience, but like it really, you could see the bump in resolution down when you took it handheld, and it just was not a fun experience.
Sad.
Like it's so weird that I mean, again, Nintendo, they're going to sell every console they make, but like, so weird that they've decided to put out a new Switch and it's just a better screen. It's just a bigger screen, but at the
Yeah.
same resolution, so it's gonna look, technically worse pixel per inch.
Yeah, right. It's so weird.
It's
So weird.
Yeah, but whatever. Everyone will buy it, so who cares?
Yeah,
I guess.
good for them. I guess you're right.
Let's have a quick chat about this. What's playing on the screen right now? Nintendo Switch Online Plus expansion pack. Do you have any thoughts about this? Because I've got some thoughts.
Yeah, fuck off. That's my thoughts. Piss off. Get over yourself. Like, what a joke. I fucking hate memberships. I hate this shit. Why is everything as well like plus? Fuck off.
Oh,
like
no. Directors Plus.
I saw an ad for Paramount Plus today, and I was like, can you piss
Disney
off?
Plus.
But like, yeah, everything is plus. Lame, for one. Fucking figure out your own naming conventions. Far out. Get a grip. Like, what the hell? But also, like, what the fuck? Like, you just paygate everything a doubly. Like, piss off. I don't give a shit. You suck. Suck my ass.
And what frustrates me the most about this is like, so Nintendo Switch Online is quite cheap, but it's also like absolute dog shit, really. Like, there's not even functionality like a good cloud save system for a fucking portable console and like there's no voice chat, and
it just really pissed me off. What's the point? Like, there's no point. All the time I get ads to buy Nintendo Plus whatever shit it is, and like for a lot of games as well, like there's no fucking point. Like,
yeah,
no need for it to exist.
They have this huge fucking back catalog, and like I understand, like it's not. I understand needing to pay to play old games. Like, they shouldn't just give the shit away. But like,
they're not free.
Fucking like, for them to offer like, oh yeah, here's like literally a handful of 64 games that are coming, and you're going to pay more because it's this expansion pack, which, clever marketing because of the, the expansion pack and the actual 64. But like, come on, give us a break. That like the system that they offer already is absolute trash, and they're going to charge you more to play 64 and Genesis games, and like $50 for a fucking wireless 64 controller. Like, are you fucking kidding me? And they'll fucking buy them in like everyone will buy them in like 5 seconds. It's not like they won't fucking sell. Those controllers will absolutely sell. I'm also wondering,
they'll be gone.
Are they going to even let you play those 64 games without that controller? Like, I don't know if they made that clear, but like, there's some weird control systems in 64 games. Are they going to be like, no, you need the 64 controller to play Ocarina of Time, so you have to pay $50?
To buy the controller, you fucking idiot.
Just seems so frustrating that like the service if the service they offered, if it was Game Pass, I fucking harp on about Game Pass all the time, but like, if it was as good as Game Pass, and then Xbox came out and announced, some new service that was like significantly better than Game Pass, but you just added on, kind of like, I guess, Game Pass Ultimate, and you get Xbox Live Gold at the same time. Fair enough. I hate the fact that you have to pay for online gaming and all that stuff, but like, Xbox Live Gold has good features, and the servers are generally up, and it has chat, and you can use chat through your phone and everything now. So it's like, that's actually a fully featured service, and then you're paying for Game Pass on top of that, but it's less money. But like, Nintendo are like, no, you want to play these 8 games that are on 64, that were on 64 25 years ago, but you can't buy any of them as well. Like, you can't just buy the game. You have to
you can't have it.
a subscription And that fucking shits me because there's only really like a few games that I would want to buy from the 64. There's only a few games I'd want to buy from the friggin' SNES, and I pay for Switch Online. And because I don't even have my Switch with me at the moment, I keep forgetting to get Tash to cancel it because you can't cancel it on the internet because God forbid they have a friggin' a website that
Forget
works.
about that.
And like, it's just so frustrating. And it will be interesting to see what price they offer this at. You know, at the moment it's like $20 for a year, but you know, whatever they offer, whatever they
still $20 for a year is too much for that fucking service.
Exactly. So yes, that's just a frustrating situation, in my opinion.
No, I do not love. Do not enjoy in any way. Stupid.
And I think Shred in the chat also agrees with this. Can't wait to play N64 games with the infamous Nintendo online lag. Yeah, absolutely. Fuck that.
Like, they can't even provide a good service. Like, how are you gonna be like, okay, now you have to pay more for an expansion pass? Piss off.
They're
gonna ask, an additional $20 per month. Fuck you.
Yeah. That's just insane. Well, it'll probably be per year, but because it's only 20 a year at the moment. Just going back to
the expansion's 20 months. That's the life. No.
There was a game that just played before, which was like a remake of. Saw it in here.
You tell me.
Oh my god, that website is breaking down upon me. Fuck you, Nintendo Life. What have you done? I don't know. It's that turn-based tactics game, and I have no idea what it was called. Shadowrun Trilogy. It's like Cyberpunk. Turn-based tactics.
Yeah,
that looks really good. Oh, is it cool? It looks really sick. Really interesting.
Yeah, I've always wanted to play it, but I never have.
Kind of reminds me.
Oh, we should talk about this in theaters, holiday 2022.
Oh, okay. Yes. All right. So that's all the games I want to talk about anyway. Disco Elysium, we've already spoken about. It's coming to Xbox, so I'm definitely going to buy it there instead of Switch. So fuck that. All right, let's talk about Miyamoto-san.
This is fucking whack-ola. Done. Chris Pratt, Mario.
Is this just the weirdest?
This fucking announcement for the Super Mario animated movie with all these actors. What the heck? Like, Chris Pratt, Mario, is he going to put on an Italian accent? Is he? Or not?
Is he going to talk? Yeah, like, is he going to talk like Mario? Charlie
Day is Luigi? That's all right.
That's actually pretty hilarious.
I can see some chaotic energy for Luigi.
But are they going to, like, have fully voiced Ross? That's actually a pretty classic casting.
That's good. I love Jack Black.
I really don't get, like, what is this movie going to look like? Why talk about the actors you've chosen? Just show a fucking trailer, even if it's in a year's time. Seth Rogen is playing Donkey Kong.
I know, it's so weird. I really wish they had have just shown a trailer and not said who the voice actors were.
Yeah,
and
then
everyone
at the
just
end
fucking went wild trying to figure it out. And then at the end, they just boom, fucking here they are.
Yeah,
enjoy.
Exactly. Oh my god! Also, I think that guy is like the voice of Mario, and they're like, he's going to be some surprise characters. It's like, okay, Fred Armisen is Cranky Kong.
Like, what the fuck?
What is this movie going to be? Like, what is it?
The anticipation for what they will sound like, is crazy. Will Chris Pratt do an accent? Is he going to say, "It's a me"?
That is the absolute best question. Is he gonna say it's a me? He's got it. Like,
right? It's built in, or is he just gonna be an American Mario? Like, surely not. But why would they have him do it? It's going to sound so terrible if he's doing some shit ass accent. Like, I don't know. It
So
seems very
weird.
strange.
Yes, it's a very Hollywood cast, isn't it? Like,
Yeah.
definitely, they make this a Hollywood movie.
Yeah, definitely.
It's fair enough. It's made by the Despicable Me people. Yeah, and look, Despicable Me is good, but I don't know.
I love that movie when it first came out. And
you're
then
working
Minions
with Mario
happened.
here. Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Ugh, fucking hate those creatures. Speaking of weirdo creatures, Splatoon 3. This is a very weird trailer as well. With this weird.
Yeah, what
guy
the fuck's up with this bit?
I don't know.
Like, what is this horrifying caution? And then they're like, Splatoon.
Oh
it's
my
Splatoon.
god. Nintendo,
like, what
so
the fuck
weird.
is that? God,
watching
weird.
it without sound is literally
so good, but...
watching it without sound is like a fucking hallucinogenic dream. Like, there's just this like random cuts between everything. So strange. I don't understand.
So weird. Love Squid Kid though. Like, what a weird, cool idea. Never played it in my life. Probably never will.
Probably never will. Although this does have a single player portion, so never going to play it though, because I'm not paying $90 for a game that I will maybe enjoy.
Yeah, I'm good. I'm good on that one.
Yeah.
Weird.
Yeah.
Why are they so weird?
Well, are there any other games you would like to speak about from the Nintendo Direct?
There is exactly zero.
Not keen on Disney's Magical World 2 with all the 3DS versions included?
No, thank you.
Fair enough. That makes two of us.
Thank you very much. No, I'm very good, thanks.
Cool. Well, I'm going to kill that. Well, Kat, that was fun. Thank you for talking about Nintendo and ripping on a bit of Nintendo with me for a while. Hopefully
I love it.
Chat aren't too mad with us for, ripping on their favorite.
Sorry, Tendy. It's just not for us. Everyone can love what they love, but it's just not for us.
Yeah, no, not really. But I'll get me some Metroid Dread, maybe. We'll see.
Yeah.
I think it comes out like the same day as Guardians of the Galaxy, and I'm actually pretty keen on that now. So
nice. Me too.
Maybe Kirby.
Yeah, there's a lot of games coming out at the end of this year. Oh, no fucking
time. Bracing for impact.
Look out.
Well, Kat, if people want to watch you do your thing and stream and be an all-round lord, where can they find you?
Mm-hmm. Oh, you can find me at twitch.tv/CapCat, written above my head, written down the bottom here. You know where to find me. Always playing video games. We are a very front-loaded entertainment cycle here. I've got my Sunday stream, my Monday stream, my Tuesday recording, and then whatever else I can do throughout the week. We used to have a pretty steady Wednesday, but I keep having to not do it. So we'll see what we can fit in. But it's always a joy to have people around to chat while we game. Oh, you should have heard the shit we went on about on Sunday, Elliot. You would have lost your fucking mind. Like, I don't know how. We're playing Dark Souls 3, enjoying our time, and somehow we got into this conspiracy theory created by myself, very sorry, that Smurfs are actually the descendants of the avatars from no, not the descendants. They're the previous of the avatars from that live on Pandora. And it's all connected, right?
Wow.
So there was actually a typo in how tall the Smurfs are. It says they're 7.5 inches tall, but they're actually 7.5 feet tall. And then the Smurfs had to leave Earth because the humans were bad. And that's how
Wow.
the avatars got to Pandora and they evolved into the avatars. It was literally like about an hour and a half of bullshit.
That is so
But
good.
it was such good fun. It was such good fun. So if you love ridiculous antics, you know where to find me.
Nice. And that is the high level of entertainment that you can expect at twitch.tv/CapCat. That's incredible.
Yeah.
I think I believe you though, you know.
Right? I mean, where could I have gone wrong? I don't think I did go wrong.
No. And
it's
oh
really
God, I don't want to start because
like,
I'll start, you know.
It's so multi-leveled. Brock from God of War, you know, he's in the theory. Osmosis Jones from the movie Osmosis Jones, he's in the theory.
No idea what that is, but
God, well, you know, the true ones out there will know. It was
heads.
just
The true heads.
Yeah,
no.
it was just yeah, it was a lot. It was a lot. But find out, you know, you can go and watch my VOD on Twitch if you really want to know about the Smurf avatar timeline. It's real. It's true. The truth is out there.
The truth is out there.
TV/CapCat.
That's incredible. Good times. Well, thank you, Kat, and thank you everybody for listening and watching the podcast.
Thank you, Kat,
this evening.
Thank you,
Kat and chat. Everybody who is watching the podcast right now, thanks. You're incredible. If you want to listen to the audio version of the podcast, you can jump onto any podcast service or anchor.fm/controllers and coffee. And you can also give us a 5-star review or a rating on your platform of choice as well. That would really help in a big way. We just released a video on the channel about the top 10 highest rated games on Xbox Game Pass right now. And there's some good fucking games in there. It's good fucking good games. Some bangers. There's a reason why they're the highest rated games on Game Pass. So subscribe if you enjoy that kind of content as well, because I've got another list coming out. It's actually going to be 2 lists because there's so many games that are incredible. It's going to be the top rated backwards compatible games on Game Pass. And you thought the non-backwards compatible games were banging? These are like top of Metacritic pretty much. There's like a few that are literally at the pinnacle of Metacritic. So definitely check that one out when it comes out later this week. If you want to help us make the show even better, please send us an email, controllersandcoffee@gmail.com. We will respond or at least answer your questions on the podcast. Sorry, Laz, we will get to yours next week. Well, we had the Direckt to talk about and, you know, whatever. So love you, Laz. We'll get to your question. But if other people also want to send us questions, make the show better, or just send us suggestions on things to improve the show, we would love your feedback. Follow me on Twitter @Direckt Gaming. Follow Kat @CapCatty, and follow the podcast @ControllersPod. Thank you all for watching. Have a lovely evening. Peace out, everybody.